Hello, welcome to F.O.S.T. I'm your host, Aaron Flowers. I hope you are having a wonderful day on this nice Saturday evening. Football is back, and we are back in the house, yo. And we got a star-studded cast today. We have our um, champion, Erica Wright, who won the picks last season. Um, Go Eagles, go Birds. She's a Birds fan, so of course, we do what we do. Matter of fact, Erica, it seems like you got two rings. I'm kind of jealous. Super Bowl ring, and then you
Yeah,
now have
you know.
the picks, and then we got Wayne Wilson in the house. That's always runner up for some reason. Wayne, you're gonna have to change that thing, brother. You're gonna have to change that
It's,
thing.
that's going to change this year. 3 years in a row, second place. Can't handle that.
Right down bridesmaid.
And then we got Kai Bryant in the house who ranked third, was right behind, just fell off because he didn't make a pick for 1 week, But, you know, it's good to have Mr. Bryant in the house. I call him Mr. Stats. And then we have he put him as Bumpy Johnson. So we got Marlon Johnson up in the house. And watch out for Bumpy. It's good to have Marlon back on F.O.S.T. We actually started F.O.S.T. together. And it's been like 5 years. And it's good to have him back on F.O.S.T., looking well. Uh, don't mind the gray. He younger than
Yeah,
he looks.
I'm a little grayer now, but it's all good.
Yes. So, for those that are watching FOST, we are just going live on Spotify. We're Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're also on Instagram. And those that are watching today, you're getting a glimpse of me on TikTok. Um, and so you get a chance to hear what we talk about. Remember, fans only sports talk. That's what FOST is about. Fans only sports talks. We are not professionals or, you know, athletes. You know, we are people just talking about the sport that we love. We love football, and football is the topic for us and our focus on FOST today and throughout the season. So, with that being said, let's get into it. All right. You'll see other cast members, which is not here today. We're missing two-time champion Charles Becker. Hopefully, we'll have him um, on next week so he can put in his picks. If he doesn't put in his picks, that's okay. I'm trying to win anyway, so it doesn't make no difference. So, yeah, hopefully that. And then we're missing Joseph Solomon. He was on last year when we did our broadcast. He's the fitness trainer. He's actually going to do a bit about how to maintain fitness and control your appetite and eating habits, which I probably need because this gut ain't going nowhere, man. It's like them Philly cheesesteaks and everything is like really weighing down on it, brother.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I'm past it.
All right. All right. As me being a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and we have two other Eagles fans here on FOST, we're going to start off the broadcast with Miss Erica Wright. Erica, I know you have the inside connects. We be seeing the pictures. You taking pictures with the Super Bowl trophies and stuff going on. Girl, you got to tell us what is going on inside the world of those Eagles. What's going on?
Well, Howie's doing his thing. I'll start off with that. I'll
Mm.
start off with that. He's doing his thing. I'm trying to tell you. We got Campbell, and so this whole with McCord, he was doing his thing really tough yesterday. And matter of fact, all the other preseason games, he was showing off. They kind of putting him up there. Yeah, he is.
So, so what is it that you think that? that McCord has, because I was not pleased with what I seen yesterday with McCord.
Mm.
I mean, it is a preseason, sir. I mean, I mean, you can't
It
be
is.
too hard on him. But I mean, I get it. I get it. But I don't know. I just know he put up some points though. I mean, not points. He put up yards. I'm sorry, he put up some yards. Excuse me. Excuse me. But it's pretty much the preseason. I pretty much was liking what I seen, even though I was doing a little bit of yelling here and there. But for pretty much most of them were doing their thing, putting up points, or I mean, put up yards and making a making their spot me done. Like I need this spot right here.
They definitely need a spot. I think Jahad Campbell and Andrew Makuba, those two really stood out this preseason. Just look, they just look good. They look good. Ty Robinson needs some work to be done, I think, and Mac
Hmm.
McWilliams. Uh, but the guy that really stood out that's not on here is Cooper. The guy Cooper.
Cooper, I agree. Say,
Yes.
yes, Cooper. Yes. Oh man, he was doing his thing. Oh, he was doing his thing. It was so enjoyable to watch.
Yes, and for him to be they're comparing him to Debo Samuels. But I think that's a little bit too
Hmm.
soon because Debo is the Swift Army knife when it came to the San Francisco 49ers and how they they orchestrated their offense. But it's good to see that the Philadelphia Eagles still know how to draft.
Of course, you know.
Yeah. Speaking
How do
of
we
the
trust?
San Francisco 49ers, we're going to have Mr. Wayne Wilson talk about his 49ers at the Bay. Wayne,
Hey, can I
I
say
am
something real
right
quick?
here.
McCoy
tell
looked
me
like
what's
trash
going
yesterday.
on, brother. What's going on?
Hey, Aaron,
Yes.
McCoy looked like trash yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what he
Wow.
said.
He said he put up yards.
Wow.
He had
I'm not talking about.
136
I'm not
yards.
talking about yesterday. I'm not talking yesterday. I'm
Wow.
talking as all around, as a whole, in the beginning. Listen, listen. We're not gonna do that.
Man,
It's a
yeah,
preseason. It's a preseason.
you better hope he make the team.
Well, let's
Oh,
talk about
he
the
will.
Niners now.
I know, I'm just
He will.
messing with you.
Don't start hating already. Listen, hate already.
I just had to mess with it.
Well, the 49ers are in a rebuilding stage right now, I believe, just because of the players that they lost through free agency and so on and so forth. Um, I'm thinking it'll be real interesting to see what Brian Robinson going to do behind um, my boy, because we were pretty hurting at running back. Yeah, and I'm just hoping that both our running backs, will stay injury free.
Mm.
Um, our offensive line rebuilding, but we have a pretty easy schedule, so I think we is a possibility that we'll get in the playoffs, maybe wild card selection, and it's like I said, it's gonna be an interesting season for us. Um, I'm looking to see what uh, T.O.'s son's going to do for the Niners this year. If he's going to get
Mm.
any significant playing time
Mm.
and how well he's going to do.
Mm.
Just wondering if he has the chops and the skills that his daddy had.
That's putting so much pressure on that boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But his dad's
Mm-hmm.
still
And
faster than him, so no.
yeah, right. But I will say this: Ricky Purcell, when he came in off that very very dangerous injury he had when he got shot, he put up some decent numbers for someone that got shot during the preseason. So I really want to see what he's going to do this year as well.
Yeah, it is like well, it is the preseason, and this is their audition for making the team of 31 other teams, just in case they don't get picked there at the team that they're trying out for. But the Niners, to me, is a quandrum because they have all this talent that they picked up out of the draft. I'm looking at your draft sheet, and with that offense and how that offensive coordinator is, I think the Niners, and don't quote me on this, or you can quote me on this. I think that they're going to succeed more than what we're thinking. I think they're going to have over 10 wins.
Oh wow!
I doubt it.
And so,
they're too injured. They lost too much talent. I can't see it. I have to agree with the brother. I think it's a rebuilding year for the Niners. All their receivers are hurt or holding out. Yeah, and you got to think about it. Brandon Ayuk ain't back yet. You got another guy hurt who just had surgery. They like outside of the running game, they have no consistency at receiver, and their offensive line is rebuilding, and they lost a lot on defense.
Yeah, I understand that part, but you got to also look at the talent that they also brought in. Some of these kids that I seen their highlights and things of that nature, with good coaching, I wouldn't be surprised. Their division is who's in their division again, Kai?
The Rams.
Okay.
They ain't beating out the Rams.
Okay.
Who else? The Seahawks.
Well, I really can't. And I can't really say Rams, and I like the Rams, but that boy back is not really healed.
But the Seahawks look good. Darnold look actually good in there.
Yeah. But I still think they have 10 wins in them.
And Arizona, I don't see it.
Arizona to me is I don't know. Arizona, they may do good against
Arizona.
But
the Cardinals are a hit and miss every year. You think they're going to do something, and they act like they're going to do something. Then towards the end of the season, you ask them, where are they?
Or they beat good teams and lose the bad ones. It's like you say, they are literally hit or miss. Like one week they'll beat like the best team in the league, and then the next week they get beat by like the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. My thing with Arizona is like, come on, are we really talking about the Arizona Cardinals? Like, seriously? I don't mean to offend anybody that's Arizona Cardinal fans, but I am not sold on Kyler Murray. Like, Kyler Murray got his bag, man. He got all that money, and it's just I don't know.
But you got to look at it, man. The Niners did not. What did they do to get better? Like, you got to understand, they lost. They had almost nothing outside of McCaffrey coming back. How did their offense improve? I'm serious. Well, their offensive line got worse, huh?
What I'm saying is this. I understand where you're coming from, but what I'm saying is, I wouldn't be surprised because of the talent that they drafted.
Man, they're rookies. I never depend on draft picks unless it's.
I know what you don't depend on, but I'm just saying. This is just my thoughts. Don't make me be like Cam Newton. This is just my opinion. My opinion is that they probably can get 10 wins out of that division.
Well, that's the definition of F.O.S.T. We are opinion-based commentary.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Talking about Kai, since he has so much joy going on. Kai, what's going on with your boy? What's going on with the Giants? They trying to press Dart, bro. What's going on with your
happy that the coach is not pressing Dart. Leave that young boy on the bench, because I watch tape too, Everybody always want to focus on, look, he's moving the ball. Yes, he's checked down Charlie. And I've seen him also overthrow wide open people, uh, draft balls through the air, throw it behind players, and they lucking out, and just because these guys get a 5-yard pass, break like 3 or 4 tackles, and then run for 40 or 50 yards, don't mean you did it. But he's getting that love, and if you watch any of the preseason games, especially that he's played in, you'll see a lot of short passes going for a lot of yards where these guys are making some serious moves. So I'm not saying he's bad. He looked okay. I don't think he looked great. I just think he looked okay. And it's like he's a rookie who needs time. And the fact that he can sit behind Russell Wilson is beautiful. And every one of the camp things I've watched, they all said Russ looked better than him in camp. All of them. There's just the fact that when you see him in preseason, everybody wants to focus on that because he's going against vanilla defenses. He got a vanilla offense, and they're going to make him look good. He don't have to read a defense in preseason because they're just being basic as heck. So yeah, but if you're asking me, I'm thinking I don't think we're gonna have a bad year this year. I'll be happy with 8 wins. I think we can win 8 or 9, but I'll be happy with 8 because from winning 3 and 5, I'll be happy with 8 or 9. If they make the playoffs, oh my God, I'm be elated. So if we make the playoffs, that means Wilson panned out. That means Andrew Thomas didn't get hurt again, and Malik Neighbors' hamstring is okay. So those are my questions there. But the defense, I think we're going to win some games just based off the defense.
What about your other acquisition in Carter? I'm hearing great things out of the camp about him.
Oh, my God. Now, I watched him in preseason. You see this young boy, he is in the quarterback face. He lives in the backfield. I'm like, dang. And it ain't even the rookie season because y'all know what they do in their rookie season could be great, could be good and great, but then it's that second year when once they really get it. And I think that bull is going to be a monster next year. I think he's going to be a beast this year, but I'm looking at next year because next year, I'm excited. And we got some good young corners. So yeah, I'm excited.
Redis has a great voice for sports commentator.
So check this out. Wayne, you're back up. It's interesting.
Here we go.
It's really interesting because Wayne, you know how I feel about Joe Montana. I think he's the best quarterback, the GOAT. That 49ers team compared to these teams that we see, who can you compare that 49ers team to? Let's talk about them for a little bit.
Well, it's hard to pick out which team out there because, for one, the rules are a whole lot different. Because I just remember just watching Joe and some of the hits that he took for some very talented and very strong and powerful defensive end linebackers. And some of those hits, Joe didn't get up from right away. But if Joe was to play in this league right now with the same skill set that he had back in the 80s and 90s, he would shred teams apart. This based on I read up a lot of information about him, and Joe just had this mentality that I'm going to win this game. And they didn't call him Joe Cool for nothing. And if you guys look this up, look up the chicken soup game in college. That was a game. I think they see that he had pneumonia or something, and they were trying to get some electrolytes or something in his system. That was when he was playing with Notre Dame, and he came on the field after getting the flu and won the game for Notre Dame. And if you just look at his numbers, his quarterback rating was 127.
Mm.
Eight Pro Bowls. Let's see, and it's 273 touchdowns to 149 interceptions with 40,000 over 40,000 yards passing. I'm sorry, his quarterback rating was 92.3 his career,
Mm.
and at the and I think that was like second only to Steve Young. So
Wow.
if you could ask me to pick a team that's playing right now, um, I, I'm I kind of leaning towards the Chiefs just just because of this. Watching Mahomes, he has that presence of staying calm under a lot of pressure. I mean, except for the last Super Bowl, obviously.
He was
But
calm in that Super Bowl. He was calm.
yeah,
Time to
yeah.
get trashed.
But just watching most of the games that Mahomes played, and you look at the talent around him, you know, Mahomes just kind of willed the team to win, and the team kind of rallied behind him.
Mhm.
You know, um, I mean, especially his offensive team. It's kind of the guys there. They kind of just pick up. Okay, if Patrick's doing this, let's go. Let's do this. They fight a little more harder for that extra yard. Um, you see the receivers stretching a little bit more for that ball that might be slightly overthrown. Um, and the Chiefs defense was pretty solid for the most part during last season.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard to pick it to compare that 49ers team, and that team had a lot. I mean, they had talent up and down on offense and defense. You had Jerry Rice, you had John Taylor, Tom Rathman, Roger Craig, who still not in the Hall of Fame. I don't understand why, but that's
Ronnie Lott.
NFL.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
That was the guy.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Ronnie Lott used to put fear in opposing teams just
yes, he did.
on the field, man. This dude was relentless. Like,
He right. Everybody on that team wanted to win. Ronnie Lott wanted to win so bad that he had part of his finger cut off so he could still play.
yeah. But see,
You know,
Ronnie Lott to me just not wanted to win. He wanted to hurt you. Like,
yeah,
he wanted to inflict so much
right,
pain. You
right.
know, it's
And I just want to
ridiculous.
remind everybody that he started off as a cornerback.
Mhm.
And I think he finished in second place for rookie of the year. I think it was behind Lawrence Taylor that year.
Mhm.
Mm.
You know, so I mean, Rodney Lott was the heart and soul of that defense. Of that defense
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
during those years.
yeah.
And
And so it's amazing because Wayne just said that he think that the Chiefs is the closest to that team. Um, and when you look at it, when Patrick Mahomes first came out, you know, and I don't think they had a defense as built like San Francisco, you know.
so,
Um, and I think that's where the struggle came in because I think Patrick Mahomes, he's a beast. He's a straight beast. He didn't have the talent as like Jerry Rice
right.
or
No,
Craig and them. So but if you talk about comparison to Montana, I could see that team being the closest to.
when he won his first Super Bowl, you can compare you like you said, you can't compare the defense, but on offense, he did have Tyreek and he had what's his name, the tight end, Kelsey. He had
Kelce.
Yep.
he had Tyreek and Kelsey, but he still it still wasn't as deep as because he didn't have the running game like Joe did. He didn't
Yeah,
So
have all he had was the tight end and receiver. He didn't have the second receiver. They just had
Right.
Tyreek. We don't even know who the second receiver was. Nobody cares. And then once Tyreek left, the defense was nasty. That's when they built this nasty defense, but then they didn't have the offense because the receivers weren't there and the running back still nobody's.
Right. And I just want to also just throw in that the coaching,
Yes.
you know, because the Bill Walsh perfected the West Coast offense. He started it, and he said, "We're going to go out here. We're going to spread the ball around to whoever is open, whoever you can get the ball to, get the ball to them." And that's exactly what Joe did. If he didn't see his number one, number two open, and he see his running back right in the flat, he hit his running back. If he can get to the running back, he'll get to his fullback.
Yeah.
And I mean, no one caught the ball out of the backfield at that fullback position like Tom Rathman.
No.
Yeah.
That was a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's gonna try to take Tom Rathman down as soon as he gets the ball?
No, he wore those big shoulder pads that
Yeah.
They all did. Exactly.
made him look like he had no neck. Like this dude was huge. Just
That's
huge.
right.
And our respect for Joe, let's not forget. Everybody keep forgetting that Joe Montana won that first Super Bowl without all that talent. There was no Brian White. There was no Craig. There was no Jerry Rice. So people need to remember that.
Yep. And that was just Joe. He did it when and in fact he did it in high school. He won under pressure in high school. He did it at Notre Dame. I read one part where I'm sorry, his first comeback win was back in 1980 against the Saints. The 49ers were losing 35-7, and the final score of the game was 38-35 49ers.
Whew. Whew. And that means the defense didn't allow no points after that.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody on the team, they see Joe out when Joe would come out there and start playing this game. Everybody play up another level.
Yeah. And that's what I see with Patrick Mahomes too. I believe that Joe Montana, didn't he enter his career with the Chiefs?
I think he did. I know his last year with the Niners. I guess it was like a between his contract dispute and with Steve Young emerging. Joe didn't want to be sitting on the bench, so he went. He decided to leave San Fran, and he went to KC.
Yeah, it was after that year that the Giants hurt him in the playoffs. Remember, he got blasted and he was out most of the year prior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's when it happened.
And just so you know, I'm not happy about that because I was like, I still was a Joe fan. I was glad we beat him, but I wasn't happy about Joe getting hurt for the next year.
Yeah, that was a nasty hit. I remember that was a nasty hit. I think it was I think it was Bert somebody. I can't think of his last name. Also.
Was it Brandon Marshall? I think I don't remember.
Just know that Joe got blasted real bad.
Yeah.
And that messed up his career.
Right.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes, sir.
What's up with the top 10 QBs in the league? Now, break it down for us, please.
Okay, all right. Before I do that, I have to speak to Kai because Kai asked two questions during his commentary, and he said, "Has anyone watched the Giants preseason game?" Let me answer that for you, Kai. No, ain't nobody watch it because why would we? They stink. Okay, they stink. Let's be real. They're horrible. They're horrible.
I watch the Eagles.
Okay. All right. So let's get that out in the open before I get started. Nobody's watching the Giants, okay? Because they're horrible. Okay. They're not going to get any better. No. You're excited. You're the only one. You're the
You can lie to
only one
yourself. It's okay.
excited. Okay, Kai?
You can lie to yourself. It's okay.
Let's start this off. If we're going to start this NFL season, let's start it right now. I'm talking trash. That's right. And I'm starting it. I'm starting it because I can back it up. I'm backing it up with the Super Bowl champion Eagles, and I don't appreciate the disrespect we're getting by quoting that Jalen Hurts will be a number 9 quarterback in this league after what he showed y'all last year. I mean, Justin Herbert is ahead of him. Just let that soak in for a minute.
Who?
Justin Herbert.
Who?
Exactly. Exactly. Is ahead of well on no, I'm sorry. On their list, he's ahead of them. All of these people, everybody he beat last year was ahead of him on the list, including the rookie in Washington that's unproven, but they put this kid ahead of him. Okay. Truthfully, I like that. I like that and I appreciate it because now we have a reason for him to have the same mentality he had last year.
Mm,
Quiet, quiet confidence.
mm,
He knows who he is. He knows who we are as far as the Eagles. And he's going to leave it at that. And it's like it are there quarterbacks that truthfully get better numbers than him? Yeah. They're quarterbacks that get better numbers than him. And they're saying, oh, like you said, if we're in the red zone, if we're in the red zone, they changing the goal line.
mm,
We could be at first and 10 on the 20, and they move it back 20 yards. So now we got 40 yards to go, but we was in the red zone. They keep changing the end zone on us because because we have Jalen Hurts. Or, I don't know whether it's Jalen Hurts or just a hatred for the Eagles. And quite frankly, you don't like us, we don't care. you know, you don't like us, we don't care. So therefore, uh okay, they could say, oh, y'all wouldn't have got that without the running back, Saquon Barkley.
mm.
What quarterback can you name that's done it outside of Joe that we were just talking about that did it with nobody?
Patrick Mahomes.
Holmes.
Patrick Mahomes did not do it without anybody.
Dude, stop it. He had one tight end.
Is that a body?
That's a body.
Come on,
That's
man.
it.
Look,
Patrick Mahomes didn't do it with. He also had Andy Reid.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, stop it!
We're
What?
talking about
You act
talent.
like
I don't want to
coaches
hear it.
don't make a difference.
all right.
Listen, talent. You asked who did it with nobodies. He did it with nobodies.
He did not.
With one tight end. And his tight end is washed. His tight end ain't been great the last 2 years. He just showed up in the playoffs the year before. That man is old.
So
So you act like there's no. You act like there's a man named Kelsey on his team.
That was it. His tight end. And was Kelsey good last year?
They didn't win last year.
Was Kelsey good last year?
They didn't win.
Was he good the year before last?
Okay.
Look at his numbers.
let me put it like
I'm,
this.
I'm gonna, what? I'm gonna interject real quick.
Okay.
Now, you know, yeah, I mean the numbers for all the other quarterbacks might be better than Jalen's, but what numbers count the most
The one
when you're
number
in
that counts the most is the
is when
win
you're in the
column.
when you
That's
in
what
this
counts.
Exactly.
It don't
it,
matter how many
it,
touchdowns you
it,
throw. It don't matter your quarterback percentage. It doesn't matter how many rushing touchdowns you win. If you win games,
Where
the
did you ask?
bottom line, you gotta
yeah,
win games, and that's what
got
this kid
got to
does.
Okay, where
got
do
to
you
win games
He
and
wins games.
and
where
I'm
do you
I'm
think
gonna I'm going to jump back on Montana real quick. Um, he had 4 wins in the Super Bowl. The 4 times that he won 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
He he has the best record for touchdown versus interceptions in the Super Bowl. He did, and he has because I wrote this out somewhere. Yeah, he has the record, Super Bowl record for most passes without an interception. 122 um, passes without an interception.
Okay.
In the
I'm
Super Bowl.
listen, Wayne, I'm not arguing with you at all. The
Yeah,
bottom
do
Huh?
you
line is
like him?
here's the thing. No, let him get it out. Because the bottom line is my question was the list. Who are you talking about, Wayne?
So you get oh, I know I'm talking about my boy Montez, but I'm with
Yeah,
James.
exactly.
He got
Exactly.
he got
He's not on
he
the
got
list
his
we're
playoff
talking about. He's
right.
not on the list we're talking about. I'm not
Here,
taking
here,
it away from your guy because your guy was phenomenal and I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm talking about the list they put out now.
this list is crazy.
That list is
And
crazy and stupid. And
besides,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. He just wins. He's been to, and
that's
it's
all
like,
that matters.
and this isn't new. This isn't new. He's only been the starting quarterback for the Eagles 4 years in a row. The 4 years
For
he's
years.
been here. The first year he didn't start every game, so he wasn't the starting quarterback. But the 4 years that he's been starting, they've been a playoff team every year. So I don't do the stat thing, but I'm gonna throw some stats out there. He's been a play. They go to the playoffs every year he started. He's been to 2 Super Bowls where he outplayed the opposing quarterback both times. One time, won the Super Bowl and won MVP. And on
Yep.
top of that, he wins more. And I'm not even going to bring up the fact that during the playoff run last year, he put up more runs. They put up more points than any team in the history of the game. This game been going over more than 100 years. He put up more points than any team in the history of the game.
Yep.
And still, you can
What is
say
that though?
this guy ain't it.
Okay.
What is not it?
My my
Well,
thoughts is this, and I think um, Marlon hit the head earlier when he said you keep moving the goalposts. You know, when you make a list like this, what is who is the bar? The bar is Patrick Mahomes. He's
Yes.
the bar. So
Yes.
if Patrick Mahomes is the bar and everybody's trying to, you're ranking Patrick Mahomes, I mean, every other quarterback to Patrick Mahomes. When you look at this list, you see Joe Burrow on there. Joe Burrow was hurt, but he did put up some numbers last year. Um,
Okay.
and so what I'm saying is, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we're comparing, if we're comparing everybody to Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, the only reason Joe Burrow is on this list is because he beat Patrick Mahomes and made it to the Super Bowl. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Patrick Mahomes is the bar. And I'm not saying that there's no other quarterback right now that's playing that's better than Patrick Mahomes. All right.
Okay.
Because he has how many Super Bowls? How many Super Bowls he's been to? Okay. All right. Then you put in Josh Allen. Josh Allen won MVP this year because he did something Donovan McNabb was doing in the past. He was throwing to bottle caps and soda tops and stuff like that. So he didn't have no receivers this year. Okay. And then they compare him to winning against Patrick Mahomes in the regular season. Um, I think me and Kai talked about this too. You put Justin Herbert in there because of potential. Um,
Wow.
hmm
you
Wow.
know,
And
he,
that's all they say. The man
that's
don't
it.
win.
He don't. He
He put
don't.
up good regular season numbers, but then he don't do anything in the playoffs, and they keep meat eating this dude. It's crazy. It's annoying.
Hey, my thing is this: if it was all about regular season numbers, Dak Prescott would be the GOAT.
But
Exactly.
remember,
But he's not.
Dak a brother. They ain't gonna
But he's
ride
a
him like
joke.
that.
So you know what I mean? And matter of fact, going back to Kai, that's the only good thing I can say about the Giants. They're not the Cowboys, okay? So therefore,
Yo, you gonna stop going at Kai about this.
Kai, I'm coming at your neck. All right, I'm coming at your neck, Kai. All right, so
Get to the point.
I mean, but okay. All right. So with that said, if what Aaron just said, if Patrick Mahomes is the bar, and do we all agree with that? Is Patrick Mahomes the bar?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So if Patrick Mahomes is the bar, the 2 times they met in the Super Bowl, Jalen outplayed him twice and beat him once.
You know why I argue against that? I hate when people use that phrase because you did not play Patrick Mahomes. You played Kansas City's defense.
Wow.
Your defense played better. Your defense shut him down. That last Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts had nothing to do with how Patrick Mahomes was getting put on the ground. Nothing to do with it. Jalen Hurts had nothing. He ain't get one sack.
Take your camera and pan, Kai, take your camera, pan down and pan around. Do you have a drink next to you? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Did Jalen Hurts get a sack?
No.
Did he get a quarterback pressure? Did he get an interception? He had nothing to do with Patrick Mahomes. He had something to do with that defense. I give him credit. He balled against the defense. I wish people would stop saying that. Just like, oh, well, Brady beat Peyton Manning. No. Bill, what's his name? Not Parcells, the coach.
Belichick.
Bill Belichick
beat Peyton Manning by cheating. Brady did not beat Peyton Manning. Belichick beat Peyton Manning. Let's call it what it is. The Chiefs defense didn't show up. And your defense showed up and beat the crap out of Patrick Mahomes because that offensive line was trash. So let's be honest. Stop with saying he outplayed him. No, he outplayed that defense.
No. No, I didn't say that because that was my opinion. That's a fact. Look at the numbers. Since you're such a numbers guy, you're a numbers guy, Kai. You know facts. Look at the numbers. He outplayed him.
It's defense again. Who had the number 1 defense last year?
Philadelphia.
The Eagles.
We did.
Number 1 defense, number 1 pass rush. And they went against one of the worst offensive lines in the league. This man had a second, a backup guard playing right tackle and a third guard playing right guard. That line
everybody had people down and people hurt.
Oh, stop it, man.
Everybody did. You don't go through a season in the NFL without getting dinged up.
No, don't tell me no dinged up. His whole offensive line was garbage. He had in a whole bunch of backups at receiver. His running back just came back the week before, and he was nothing. So stop. Okay. Look, y'all won, and I'm taking nothing from it. But stop saying he outplayed him. No, he outplayed that defense. He outplayed what's his name? The coach, the defensive coordinator. That's who you can say he outplayed him.
So let me put this out there. Let me put this out there. Let me put this out there. Can I put this out there?
Yes,
please do.
So I'm gonna put a rebuttal to this. All right. Check this out. You said he outplayed the defense. And so what we do as fans and as the media, what they do is they look at stats and they look at how he performed against Philadelphia defense and then how Jalen Hurts performed against their defense. And so when they look at those stats, they compare the stats and say who played better against those defense. And then they said, well, Patrick Mahomes played better or he won because his stats outplayed Jalen Hurts' stats. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. Well, I get what you're saying, Kai.
I know what they say. That's good talking point.
Oh wow.
but it's not real. It's good talking point, but it's
Yeah,
not real.
but that's what I'm saying. That's how they as that's how they interpret it. So when you look at these these broadcasters and they be like, well, they're going ahead. Peyton Manning's going head to head with Tom Brady, and Tom Brady threw for 349 yards, and he outplayed Peyton Manning. So that's how they do it. But we know that they're going against that defense. We know that they're going against Spygate, Flakegate, Cheatgate, some kind of gate when it comes to the Patriots. So
Blitz gate,
maybe
because
they need to get
the Eagles breaking gates. Their defensive line broke the gate, kicked it
hey,
down, ran it
Mhm.
over, and beat that man down. Defense just wasn't holding them. So
but
yes, I
going
give
back
it to the Eagles defense. I'm not taking nothing from the Eagles defense. They balled, and they was balling through the playoffs. So
yeah,
it's just the fact that when people keep saying we outplayed him, no, you outplayed the defensive coordinator. You outplayed that. Your defense showed up. Your offense showed up because he lit them up. Oh, you want to stop the run? Let me show you I can pass. I respect that, and Aaron can vouch for me. Aaron, how many times have I said I would definitely put him in the top 4
oh yeah,
because
yeah,
he wins? I put him up there because he's a winner.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
my thing is when they do these, and I was looking into this too, when they do these rankings, right? And me, Kai, and Marlon talked about this. You got to tell me what is the bar. What are you comparing it to? Is it stats or is it because he had less and he did it more? It you got to give me a structure of saying, hey, he's placed here because of his stats, or this is what we're doing in order to rank our quarterbacks. From what I'm looking at this list, Justin Herbert, I mean, he put up stats before he was hurt. And if we're talking about career, we're
When was he
talking
not hurt, Aaron?
about Justin Herbert. He was
Yes.
hurt last year, and he
That's
was
what I
hurt
said.
this
When
year
was
too.
he not hurt?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so
Yes.
when you look at Jaden Daniels putting him at 5, I find that to be too
Disrespectful.
overzealous because due to the fact that he had one great year, but he did not have the years that these other quarterbacks have. He hasn't proven himself. And so that's why me and Kyle was talking about this. Me and Kyle was like, yeah, he's great. He's a good quarterback. He showed great, but these people has been doing it for more than 4 to 5 years. You know, that's
And
what.
truth be told, I have to agree. If you want to put Jalen Hurts at 2 for winning, he got to be there because let's be honest, in the last 4 years, the only person who has won more than Jalen Hurts is Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes.
Mahomes. That's right.
That's it. He's the only quarterback in the last 4 years who has won more regular season and playoff games than Jalen Hurts, and he's the only one. So that's why I say if you want to go there by winning, then he would have to be 2. But
I'm gonna
it's
have to
like
agree with you, Kai. I'm gonna have to
because
agree
then
with
you're
you.
being
But I
logical.
was just saying, how can you be so far off? Not you in particular, I'm
I know what
sorry.
you mean.
But
I know
how
what you
can
mean.
they be so far off if even you are saying he's in the top 3, but they put him at 9? He
Dude,
barely made the list.
it was another list. They had Trevor Lawrence ahead of him.
That's
Come
Yes.
true.
on, bro.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
Trevor
That's true.
Lawrence, like
That sound like that to me. That sound like quarterback. That sound like Cowboys fans saying they're going to the Super Bowl every year.
yeah,
They
yeah,
It's
are.
ridiculous.
They are going to the Super Bowl
yeah.
every year.
Yeah, they
And
bought.
They
They
just
could buy
want
a
to.
ticket.
They
They
just
could
want
buy
to
a
put.
ticket.
They
They
want to
make
go
pretty
by
good money
statistics.
there.
Exactly.
You know.
All
Hey.
they focus is on is passing yards and passing touchdowns. That's the only thing. It's not about winning the game. It's
Well,
about
here's
passing
the thing,
yards and
and,
passing
and
touchdowns.
that's another thing that I have to talk about that kind of gets me peeved a little bit because they'll say, okay, well, Jalen is only throwing that well because he's throwing to AJ and Devontae. Well, who is he supposed to throw to? You know what I mean, it's
To
like,
throw the
oh, if he didn't have AJ and Devontae, he wouldn't be doing that. Not true. Okay, not true.
So he must
But
have someone else to throw to.
I mean, because
because he's a good quarterback.
but and then it's like that's what I mean by they keep changing the goal line when he gets close to it. It's
Hey,
like, okay, and then they'll be like, oh, well, his numbers stink because the running game. Well, what are we supposed to do? If we have the best running back in the league, we're supposed to ignore him because we want to pad the
win.
stat sheet for
Yeah.
Jalen as far as passing is concerned. That would be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my. I would be mad at him.
Hey, Bumpy, I don't appreciate you got having me up here defending Jalen Hurts. Okay, I'm not a big fan of doing that, but I have to agree with the moving of the goalposts because when Kurt Warner won the Super Bowl with the greatest show on turf, oh, he's so wonderful. He's so amazing. It was like talent over talent. When Joe
Yeah,
Montana, no disrespect to Joe, we all know I love Joe. I respect Joe. But when
we
Joe
all do.
Montana had talent on talent on talent, oh, Joe's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But this boy have talent. Oh, well, he only won because he got talent. I'm gonna need y'all to stop.
That's what I mean,
I
and
gotta
that's
stop.
another
Mm,
thing that gets me. It really gets to me when they
I
do
gotta
that.
stop. Yeah, that has
sounds
to.
suspicious to me.
Yeah,
Well,
that really has to
that
stop.
that Kai is going to lead us into you defending another Eagles quarterback. I'm glad that you feeling though that you need to defend these Eagles
Yes,
quarterbacks.
yes.
You
You
know,
may as well just take that little New York sign down behind you and put up a bird.
no, keep it up, Kai. Keep it up. Stay with the
No,
New York Giants.
Go
hey,
But
birds.
let me tell
Kai,
y'all. Go ahead.
Kai,
I'm sorry, Aaron.
our boy Donovan McNabb I'm hearing is up for a gold jacket. Do you think he will get it before Cam Newton or Cam will get it before him?
I think he should get it before Cam Newton, but it's a good chance that Cam will get it before him only because Cam has an MVP. And that's it. Because Cam got that league MVP. If he didn't have that league MVP, it'd be a big difference. But even though Donovan, this man's five straight five straight Pro Bowls, but six altogether, 4 straight AFC championship games in a Super Bowl, and then another AFC championship game that his team bailed on him more than once. Because I still remember watching that Carolina game, and they was tossing Todd Pinkston around at the line, and James Thrash and them couldn't even get off the line. And everybody wanted to make it like Brian Westbrook was the greatest running back, but this man couldn't do nothing in the playoffs. Trash in the playoffs. Because he was a change of pace back, and they tried to put all the weight on him. I'm like, all he had was a tight end and a good change of pace back. But my thing is, this man was up there every year making Pro Bowls, up for MVPs, but they did not give him the respect he deserved. And just like he said with Josh Allen did with what he did. Josh Allen carried a garbage team to the playoffs, but when McNabb did it, it's nothing. So it's like my thing is that man deserves more credit than he gets. And I told people all the time, I used to stay telling people, even after Manning won Super Bowls, I'm like, shoot, y'all say what you want. I'd still trade Manning right now for Donovan because I know you put Donovan with the talent we had. Come on, man. Donovan never played with that kind of talent.
When you look at
1 year. He had 1 year he played with that kind of talent, and they went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Actually, all he had was a receiver because he
had
Plaxico Burress, Amani Toomer, Jones. We had like 3 running backs, a tight end. Come on, man, stop it. That boy, he don't get the respect he deserves. That's the only thing. I am a football fan first, and I respect talent. I respect talent. That man was talented, and he did a lot. He accomplished much with little. And if any other, I hate to say it, if he was white, he'd be in the Super Bowl. I mean, he'd be in the Pro Bowl already. Because
he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean that.
Yes, I did. Because let's be honest. What's his name? Eli? Come on now.
He gonna make the Pro Bowl because Yo, he's going to
Eli,
make the. He's going to get it because he's going to Canton because due to the fact he beat Tom Brady twice, the GOAT.
He got 2 chips.
Two trips.
He got
yeah,
2
and
chips.
both of those and both of those teams had Hall of Fame caliber defensive lines, nasty offensive lines, a monster run game, tight ends who can catch. I mean, he had everything. Receive, and every single game, it was an amazing catch. One on the head, Monty Toomer on the edge, making some crazy catches. It's like every single game, everybody got to go all out. Now I give him credit. This man showed up in playoffs. Now the only problem was if he was going to make the playoffs.
you know, it's like the same thing you just said that made Eli Manning is the same thing that they're saying deters Jalen Hurts.
Right.
I'm not getting.
You don't hear that at all. They ain't talking about Eli. They ain't talking about Eli not making the bowls because of his defensive line was all world. His running game was all world. His receivers was nice. You ain't hearing that.
No.
He's a winner in the playoffs. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And I want to piggyback off of something because I want to go back to something that Cam Newton said. He said when he got drafted, he went to a team that was losers.
Yeah, he called them losers.
And so
a team full of losers.
Yeah, team full of losers. And so when you compare Donovan to Cam, I want you to look at it in this context. Donovan came in and he didn't have much help himself. You know what I'm saying? He had Todd Stinkston, James Trash,
Brent Selleck.
Yeah, Brent Selleck was the only, go to. So when you look at it, and he did, and I'm going back to what we all said, he did more with less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Cam didn't do more with less. Cam had to be the running back, the quarterback, the blocker.
Oh, no. Greg Olsen was balling for Cam.
Yeah, he was. He was. But Greg Olsen got old too.
Yeah, but he had some decent players with him, not great, because who was the one receiver? He had the one that year he got MVP. It was a really good receiver. He had.
Was it Smith?
Yeah, he did have Smith.
Yeah, he did.
I keep forgetting about that. Donovan, he had Smith a couple of years.
Yep. Yeah.
So what are they talking about?
Well, he said that, but I looked at Cam's some of Cam's highlight in the beginning of his career. He had to put in work. He had to put in a lot of work. But I'm not. I think it's because of coaching. It goes back to what Marlon said. Coaching. We had lead at the time. You know what I'm saying? Who was their coach, Kai? Who was Cam's coach?
No, I don't think anybody knew that.
I think it was what was his name? The guy that came to Philadelphia. And he was the defensive coordinator, and he was with Carolina. He came under and he played, and he also coached. He was just the coach for the Commanders before.
I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name. I know exactly.
I can't think of his name, but
I don't,
because he's the one who took Carolina to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and they lost against Denver, and I can't think of his name, but when you look at it, it's still coaching. And he was a bad coach with Philadelphia. He was a bad offensive coordinator with Philadelphia. He was a bad overall coach with the Commanders. So
Ron Rivera.
I get it.
It was Rivera.
Yeah, Ron Rivera.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ron Rivera. That's who it was. And so when you think about Ron Rivera took them to the Super Bowl that year. Okay? But I mean, when you starting off at the beginning of the season and you're comparing him to Donovan, I think Donovan just did not get enough love because I think me and Kai talked about this earlier. Look at all the other quarterbacks that was playing during Donovan McNabb's career. He had to go against, who was it? Elway? Uh, who else? Peyton Manning,
Brett
Hmm.
Brett Favre,
Who is
Favre.
that? Seattle. No,
uh,
no, no. Saints.
Oh,
oh, Drew
what's
Brees.
Drew
Drew
Brees.
Brees? Oh my
Yeah.
So
God!
when
Then
you look at
Eli, then Romo during the regular season.
Who?
Tony
LeBron had
Nomo,
good stats in the regular
Who?
season.
Tony Nomo,
Tony
we call him
Romo.
Tony
Tony
Nomo,
Nomo.
Romo,
And so when you look at all those other
John
talented,
Elway.
yeah, all those other talented quarterbacks, and you put Donovan in the mix. I think he came up one year that he was second place for MVP. And so you look at all those great quarterbacks, and I'm not taking nothing from Cam because Cam had some other quarterbacks that he had to, fight through too. But Donovan just did more with less, and I just give kudos to Donovan for that. You know,
But isn't
um,
that the mark of a great quarterback to be able to play with
Less.
average
And it,
players?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he made his receivers, his running back, the rest of the team a better team than what they show on paper.
yeah. I
Could
mean,
y'all
but
imagine
see,
with Tiki Barber?
I
Tiki
Donovan
mean,
with
Barber,
Tiki.
if you look at it, James Thrash and Todd Pinkston wouldn't even be playing on another team. Let
No.
less starters. They were his starters.
And James Thrash was the third receiver before he came to the Eagles. He was the third receiver for the Redskins.
Yep.
yep, yep,
Hmm.
He wasn't even starting.
He wasn't even starting. He was riding the pine
yep.
and got here, and they gave him gave him the starting position. That's what he was working with. So, Kai, I'm gonna agree with you there. I'm gonna agree with you on everything you said. I don't believe, I do believe that Donovan was a better quarterback, but I don't believe he'll get it before Cam.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't.
Cam is
It's
exciting. He did the little Superman thing, pulled his chest out when he run in, and he was just exciting. And Donovan was, you know,
but it goes back to what he was saying. It's the MVPs. It's the MVP that he got,
yeah,
and
Hmm.
that's what's going to take him over the top. And
yeah.
then you look at Donovan. He had after his career, and he got into broadcasting. He had some antics that got him removed from broadcasting. So they're going to try to hold that against him also. And so,
Well,
like I said, I love
shoot, I'm
Donovan. The
glad.
only thing I didn't like about Donovan was the Super Bowl when he puked on the field.
Well, I'm glad Shannon Sharp already got his because after the stuff he going through, boy, they would never let him in.
But that man
Mm,
got some cheeks. I
that's
wish he
another.
would stop.
That's for another day.
And that, and
That's
that,
for
and that
another
girl
day.
she got her money. Leave him alone. He just wanted to be paid.
You know, that's for another broadcast.
That's, yeah, that's something else. We ain't even going there today. All right.
All right, let's talk about the headlines that's happening in the NFL, some injuries, and then I'm gonna talk about some things that's actually not up on here. Um, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is I I gotta I hope that y'all saw it. It was something about Andy Reid. He was in his office at the facility, and somebody shot through the
I
glass.
I saw that.
I saw that
Um,
too.
and now they've started putting, this is crazy. We're living in a world where even the head coach is not safe. Why is there a gun on the premises, and why are you shooting inside a facility? um they're under investigations, but those things, now you have to put bulletproof glass up there because you have some idiot that doesn't know how to maintain his calm or maintain his peace.
And here's the
um
thing: that did not come from outside into his office. That was in the in the building.
Oh, I thought it came from outside.
Yeah,
No,
me
no, no,
too.
no, no, sir.
Oh,
No,
wow.
sir.
Wow.
That's
And so,
crazy.
with that being said, somebody inside the facility is having some issues with their
He's
peace.
playing around.
How'd they get it in there?
Bro,
They don't check those players. Players come in with guns.
yeah, they do. Look at
Yeah.
Plexico first. Oh!
Plexico
Plexico.
shot
Yeah,
himself in the leg.
Yeah.
yeah. And so with that being said, I hope that Andy, because Andy had a rough, rough in Philadelphia because he lost his son. Was through violence and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's battling through some things. I pray that he still stay healthy because I like Andy Reid. I really do.
I do. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I
Yeah,
always look at Big Red as, I mean, he won his Super Bowls in Kansas City, but he's an equal. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Big Red is a
Yeah,
great coach.
yes, he is.
definitely.
Um, and let's go back to the Giants. Daniel Jones is the starter for the Indianapolis Colts
The Indianapolis Colts.
They try to get that
because
first pick. They want the number
Richardson,
one. They try to get Manning. They try to get Archie.
yeah,
They
Yeah.
want another Manning.
Yeah.
That's think about it now. If you really was worried about Anthony Richardson,
mm,
it was so many quarterbacks out here you could have signed. And that team has talent. It was so many quarterbacks out here. They could have easily got Russ. They could have easily gotten Aaron. They could have easily gotten what's his name? Justin Fields or somebody, anybody. It was like there's other quarterbacks out there they could have traded for. I mean, heck, they could have drafted Shador.
yes, yes,
They
could have.
passed on him three
yes,
times.
yes.
Exactly. Come on, man.
Big time.
They don't want to win.
No. And so, it bothers me because Richardson had so much talent. He seemed to have so much talent, but didn't have the head game for it. You see how he got blasted in preseason off the blitz? He didn't see coming.
He still hasn't learned.
Yeah,
He still hasn't learned. He's still
he
putting
still
his
hasn't
hand
learned.
down. He's still doing the same dumb stuff, putting his arm out. Like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah.
Y'all did know that Daniel Jones actually has Asperger's. You knew that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
It's a social form of autism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not he's autistic, but it's socially, it's but he has Asperger's.
So is his game.
That would make sense why he
I'm hurt
was
you.
wide open on a 60-something yard touchdown.
I know because he looked like he was in frantic running away from the Eagles. He's like,
And he passed out on the 5-yard line.
Dude, there was nobody near him.
He tripped over the grass, man. Leave him alone.
one blame.
You know what? If that was what was it? Not Lincoln. What was the joint? Veteran Stadium. If that was the Veteran Stadium, I'd have understood.
Yeah.
The vet was garbage. So you would have understood. People hated playing at the vet. So I get that. No, dog. You tripped over nothing.
But that says a lot. I didn't know that he had Asperger's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. Because
He said, so does this game. You ain't sorry.
I mean, you play like you are. You know what I'm saying? So you play like you are. If you play like you are, so that's the I am apologetic of that because that is something serious. But you play as you are, and it shows why he couldn't hit certain passes and why he couldn't do
He's
certain things.
extremely having a son that has that. He's extremely regimented. He thinks differently. He runs himself in a different way. They think different than we think, and they're extremely regimented in the way they act and the way they do everything. I'm actually surprised that he made it this far and made it to the NFL with that, because
and it's different. It's different levels to it, though. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels when it comes to and so kudos to Daniel Jones. And now I'm looking at Daniel Jones in a different light now.
Okay.
I'm sorry about
Don't be sorry for me. I don't care.
I'm just saying I'm sorry because I didn't know that he had that going on.
Yeah.
Terry, Scary Terry, y'all. He wants some more money or he out. Which team that y'all think he should go to? I'm saying the Niners.
Oh, that was great. That was the easy one. That's the easiest one right there.
That's yeah, I agree. I agree.
I can't believe the Niners traded for Robinson. I would have traded for him.
Yes. And so I'm thinking that they did that. They traded him off because they're trying to make some room for Terry
Yeah,
to
but
stay.
no, there was some beef. It was some beef with Robinson and them going on. That's why they wasn't really playing him throughout the preseason, and they was giving those young boys all that run. It was like,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Listen, Washington. Let me tell you, Washington is going to have. All right. Erica said this at the beginning of her commentary. She said, "Aaron is just preseason." And nobody really takes a lot of value into a preseason game. Baltimore beat them 30-3 today.
But that none of their starters played. That mean nothing.
Yeah,
No,
that
no,
means
no, no,
nothing.
no, 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 no. I don't care. 30-3.
I mean,
Baltimore wins, but Baltimore
yeah,
plays in the preseason. They
yeah,
literally play in the preseason, and they have the best record. They always say every year to Baltimore they ball in the preseason as much as possible. The Commanders, whatever, they didn't. Man, they ain't play nobody, and nobody
no.
cared.
And my thing is, they're the people that's playing for the Commanders at this particular time is just looking for another roster spot. Just like Philadelphia yesterday, those guys was just playing for a roster spot. So I mean, come on,
All the more reason to ball out. If you getting it on tape for another team,
bro. You
you
can only do
get one touchdown.
but bro, you can only do but so much when you don't have talent.
That's true. That's true.
I
That's
mean,
I mean, but the guys they rested are we don't know. They're not proven because they don't. They're getting rid of their best guy.
so with that being said, Trey Henderson. I don't know what is on Cincinnati's mind. Are they just focusing on offense, where you just play your offensive players and don't want to pay the player that average 15 sacks a season? Why wouldn't you pay this man? Do they have the
I don't
money to
know.
pay him?
No, because they listen to their quarterback. They stupid. You draft a receiver. No, I'm serious. They drafted a receiver, and the ball's kind of nice. They got this nice young rookie receiver, but then you go and re-sign him because your quarterback, you let him be GM. Oh, ask Aaron Rodgers ask the Jets how that worked for them with Aaron Rodgers. Every time they let the quarterback be the GM, ask those teams how that worked out for them. Yeah, they let this dude be the GM. They re-sign. What's that other receiver name? Not Chase. Higgins. You re-sign Higgins to all this money instead of re-signing him and possibly trading Higgins and getting some draft picks, which they could have done and probably built that defense up because that defense is trash.
Well,
And
they're
it's
trying.
known again.
They're trying. I don't know. I think they're trying to sell tickets, and they don't. They know that they're not
Yeah.
going to. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times it's like we look at it as fans. They look at it in the politics stand. You know, like point. Like, okay, we know we're not going to win, but how can we put butts in the seat?
Man,
Business.
you better build that defense. Look at the teams that win the Super Bowls. They have a defense.
Well, exactly, but they know they're not going to win, even if they build the defense. There's not going to be enough this year.
They thought just because they got a new defense coordinator that was going to do it.
No, it's not. It's not. It's
We
not.
saw it. Man, y'all backup was smacking up their starters. It's
The
bad.
defensive coordinator
Well,
not playing
like
on the
you said, it
field.
was very vanilla, though. That don't count.
But dude, no, they were trying. Your backup quarterback was standing back there going, let me see. No, I don't want to throw it. No, okay, I'll throw it to you. You know, he had time. Like, it's bad, bro. And remember, that was their start. They said 9 of their starters.
Yeah, that was
9.
embarrassing. That was embarrassing.
And your backup smacked them.
With that said, we got a pretty
None
good
of their
backup
starters
quarterback.
played, bro. None.
Okay. Okay.
So the
Go
next
on.
question, the next question
Trying to
would be
defend
this.
them, man. I'm trying.
The next
That's a
question
losing
would be
battle,
this.
bro.
Where's Trey Henderson going? Where's Trey going? Anybody have an idea?
I don't think they're gonna trade him.
He gonna be right there.
Yep. They're gonna wait till he's gonna sit on that bench for like the first 4 or 5 games.
Yep.
He's gonna come in and play because he has to, and then he'll leave.
Just
Is
like
he
Micah
still under
Parsons.
contract,
Yep.
or I think is he still under contract?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
And
that goes.
if he wasn't, they were franchise tagging.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere.
Same thing to the next person I'm talking about is Michael Parsons. He felt as though that he needed to go take a nap in front of everybody yesterday during the Dallas game.
They
He
got
said,
3
"Well,
years. They
yeah,
got 3 years of Micah because he
and
has one more year on his contract. So
And
Jerry's
they can
going to make you
franchise.
play that out one more year, and then he's got 2 years where Jerry's going to franchise tag him. He's not going anywhere.
And Jerry said that. Jerry said he has 3 years. That came out of Jerry's mouth.
And because Jerry's thinking just like I'm thinking, I can franchise tag him for 2 years, and he still has a year left on his rookie contract.
Bro, check it. Your face, bro. But yeah.
Sorry.
and so let me put this out. Let me put this out. Michael, I like Michael Parsons. I really do. I really do. My thing about with Micah is this. Micah, go on and play, bro. Just go on and play. You know, do what you do best. You know, you can play after the Eagles game on September 4th. You know, sit that game out. You sit that game out, all right? I want you to sit that game out. You know, and then come to your senses after that game, okay?
He
Because
can play that game.
no,
We played him last year. He ain't doing nothing.
I don't want him to get hurt. All right. So he gonna get hurt in that Eagles game. So
Okay,
I don't
wow.
want him to get hurt. So sit that game out. Micah, listen, if you're listening to F.O.S.T. or any of you, I love your podcast. You know, some of the stuff that you say make me think that you want to be in Philadelphia. But in the same token, I want you to understand, my brother, don't let them mess with your money. Just go ahead, do what you're supposed to do. Don't take the fines or anything. Don't take the hits. You know what I'm saying?
Get your money.
Make your money. That's right, Wayne. Make your money. You know, and still do your podcasts and things like that. You know, start, building your wealth, signing deals with Adidas or Nikes or something like that. Because
Off the field.
yeah, do your stuff off the field, bro. Because here's the thing. You know you ain't gonna win no championship in Dallas. We know you ain't gonna win no championship in Dallas. uh, you already said, that you wanted out, but here's the thing. You can't get out because you signed a contract that kind of binds you to that team for the next 3 years. So being a professional, Micah, just don't fall asleep in front of people. Just don't do the what's that boy Antonio Brown antics.
No,
Yeah.
okay. Now he is not doing Antonio Brown. This is all on the owner because the owner started it. Because he shouldn't have been talking about him getting hurt. This man out there balling for you, and he got hurt balling for you. And then you're gonna say, yeah, then you sign these players to a contract and they get hurt. Come on, man. This is all the owner. You're coming at this man. You tried to undercut him and go talk to him behind the scenes. And then when the agent come in, you don't want to talk to the agent. And then like the agent, like, man, get the F out of here. No, you ain't doing none of that. So the agent ain't having it because he ain't gonna let you screw his client over.
He's not supposed to.
Right. He's not to. And
then
another thing is this. Another thing is he put out there that the agent told him to take the contract and shove it up his ass. That's what he said.
That's what Jerry said.
Jerry said
that's what Jerry said. And so when Ryan Clark spoke to the agent for Michael Parsons, and he found out that man never said that. Never came out of his.
That's what he told him.
And so you're let's put it in context. Why would an agent that is trying to and I'm trying to be honest, agent don't get money unless a contract is done, right?
Yeah,
A
True.
deal is
Yep.
made, am I right? So why
Yeah.
would an agent that I'm trying to make money and I'm trying to get my boy to make money, tell you to take a contract and shove it up your ass? Does that make
Make it
sense?
make sense.
It
Make it
doesn't
make
make
sense.
sense. The math
It
ain't
doesn't make
mathing.
sense.
The
And
math
so
ain't mathing. You know
it
what I
goes
mean?
back to what everybody's saying. Jerry Jones just wants the entertainment because he wanted to take the focus off his team not winning the Super Bowl in 30 years and not doing what they're supposed to do to just get entertainment so they can fill the seats. I
They
never seen an owner of the team have to run to the damn press conference and do a doggone press conference or do an interview after every damn game. I
He
don't.
jumps in front of the camera after every game.
Yeah,
but he
what's the
has,
common factor?
and this dude
What's
has
the
it.
common fact? What's the common factor for Dallas not winning?
Him,
Jerry
Him.
Jones.
There
Him.
we go.
Yeah, you go. They're
because
not going to win as long as he's there.
once they got rid of Jimmy Johnson, that was it.
Oh, yeah,
And they got rid of Jimmy
exactly.
because of him.
Because
Yep.
he wanted control.
And
No,
then
he was
Parcells
talking
came in.
trash. He said, "Oh, we could have won." He said we could have won that Super Bowl without this coach.
That's right. That's
And
right.
remember,
It was
Parcells
a
came in.
disrespectful, and he said it during the offseason right after they won the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And so he was like,
And,
"Oh, you just being disrespectful. Okay, bye.
but
Go win one." And
and then
guess what? They've been a joke ever since.
and remember, Parcells had them winning, but then Parcells left. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
Parcells rebuilt them back to where they were when they were
Yes,
back.
he did.
Because
Yes, he
And then,
did.
once again, Jerry Jones stepped in his way.
there you go.
Yeah. And it's sad because like I said, I like Michael Parsons, but this has turned into a soap opera. You know what I'm saying? It just basically turned into a soap opera. It's like Gilly and Cam. They going back and forth.
Actually, I got to give Micah, I respect what Micah's done, to be honest with you, because think about the years prior. Micah in his podcast, Micah been saying some stuff that you can say, all right, come on, man, you can't be saying that about your team. But Micah was trying to be quiet. Micah,
Yeah.
every time he says something, it's in response to what's being said about him.
Yeah.
So you have to respect that when this young man is out here giving everything. He's the best player on your team, hands down. You
Hands
pay the
down.
man. You
I
got
agree.
Trevor
I agree.
Lawrence got paid.
Yeah.
End of discussion.
On to our next, talking about injuries, we see CJ Gardner-Johnson. CJ Gardner-Johnson got injured. ACL, MCL tore out for the season. And me and Kyle was talking about this earlier. I was like, we can't say if he was still with Philadelphia, he wouldn't have got injured.
He got injured at practice.
Yeah, he got injured in practice. And so, this is a big hit to me, to Texans, because man, I picked the Texans with that defense and D'Amico Ryans and having this kid, CJ Gardner-Johnson. I picked them to actually make it to the Super Bowl because CJ Stroud it was his down season, but this is going to be CJ's jump back season. You know what I'm saying? But that defense under D'Amico Ryan, and then that
So are you
secondary,
changing your Super Bowl pick now, Mr. Flowers?
I don't know. D'Amico still could do some things, but I think CJ Gardner-Johnson, when we got rid of him last time, that secondary did not look good for Philadelphia. Then we go back and do the same damn thing. and I'm kind of concerned. And that just tells me that this boy is him. He is him when it comes to that secondary. He is him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He sure enough made the other team. Who was he with? The Lions. That defense was nasty when he was with the Lions.
Yes.
He made that defense nasty. And you saw the difference when he left.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a mentality he brought to the field that they just didn't have without him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
And
that's where
so
they say you need those dogs.
that's right.
That's
And this
true.
man didn't just bark, he bit.
That's
His
true.
bite was hard.
Yeah.
And so when you take away a CJ Gardner Johnson, he is a game changer. I mean, let's go back to that game where Philadelphia lost to the Commanders. You know, yeah, Jalen was out, but guess what? CJ Gardner Johnson was also thrown out of that game too.
Which was
And they
fraudulent,
started,
by the way.
yeah, they started throwing the ball because they knew CJ Gardner Johnson wasn't out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I'm saying. You know, he's a game changer. I hate to see him go down like that. Hopefully he can get himself back to
Yeah, he's
playing
too talented not to come back.
yeah, yeah. All right. That is it for Fans Only Sports Talk for today. Do we have any questions or final thoughts before we end out our first segment?
Not I.
I'm just excited.
I'm
This is the
excited
first
as
time
well.
I've
It's
been
been a
excited.
pleasure. It's been a pleasure coming back and meeting everyone today. Like Erica said, we gotta do this in person one day.
Oh yeah, like a round table type situation.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be interesting. It'd be good.
Why is it
Good
interesting?
business. Yeah.
No diving across the table at me, Kai. I'm just talking trash.
Stop talking about.
I'm just-
Look, it's all professionalism here on
I know,
FOST.
man.
You know, just I promise this year that I won't do too many Aaron Rodgers rants. All
okay.
right. I'm
Okay.
gonna leave Aaron Rodgers alone this year. All right.
He's a
And,
bad man.
and yeah,
Used to
he
be.
was. He
He
I
used
was.
to
can't
be.
Was
do
a
something.
bad.
I can't do something.
What'd you say, Erica?
I said,
What'd
till
you
he
say?
do something, then we're gonna have a rant.
He just make Aaron's look bad. That's all. It's just he make Aaron's look bad, you know. And my thing is I'm gonna leave Aaron Rodgers alone this year.
Mm.
I'm gonna leave now since I know about uh Daniel Jones, I'm gonna leave Daniel Jones alone. Um don't want to mess with him uh anymore because I feel bad. I really feel bad because you know I didn't know that about that brother. But on next week, y'all, guess what? We start making our picks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Start
buddy.
making our picks.
This is why
And
I came at Kai today because I'm saving all my energy to get at Erica next week. I'm coming, young lady.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
we got our picks coming on next week. Also, we're going to talk about the games that some games that is going to be important. We're definitely going to be. I'll be on Tuesday doing FOST called Splash, and we're going to talk about some things that happen during the news and the off season and things of that nature on Splash on Tuesday. But y'all better gear up your ears and get your eyeballs ready because FOST this year is going to be off the chain. We're going to have more debates, more one-on-ones, stuff like that. We're definitely now, like I said, we're on Spotify. Charles, we need you to get up in here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no excuses, Charles. We putting you on blast, brother. We putting you on blast, brother. You
Yeah, we
know,
missed you, Charles. We missed you, bro.
yeah, I understand
I
the
need
birthday
my
party and
Niner
stuff.
brother out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brother. Come
We
on,
gotta
brother.
talk tough.
We gotta hold each other accountable, brother. We're doing big things, and I want you a part of it. And so, also to all our viewers out there, hit us up if you would like to come on the FOST. Just let us know. We'll put you in. If you have some comments and stuff that you want to, share, please let us know. I gotta fight this thing with Meta. I got a Meta. I don't know, a Meta alert for FOST. saying some of my content is not becoming of meta. So I got
What
to
did we
fight.
say?
Oh, it's not. This is something that happened before. So I
Oh, I
got
was about to say, I thought I was on my best behavior. I'm trying.
no. This is
I was gonna
before.
say I ain't say nothing wrong. Listen, what?
I think it's more so of the posting like on our page. If you ever look at FOST page, there's a lot of posting of sports and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
think there's a problem with it.
How is that?
But
I still, all right, whatever. I don't get
go ahead.
it.
I still
It's
don't get it
sports
either.
content. What's the problem?
It's sports content, so
You know,
I
they,
don't
they
get it.
getting their feelings. People getting their feelings too easily nowadays.
So I don't know if it's meta or some kind of scam or gimmick. They don't give you no phone number to call or anything of that nature. But if you're hearing the broadcast and you know anything differently, hey, hit me up. Let me know because we trying to do the dang thing up in here. And so also, if you have children and things of that nature that wants to watch FOST, I suggest you not let them watch it because as I put down here, it is going to be some profane words at times. Not all the times. We don't have, you know, mush mouths all the time.
It,
But
it might slip
as I
out
had to
every
put it
now and
in,
again.
yeah, had to put this disclosure in because when I did Spotify, they did ask, was there going to be some explicit language? Since we have Kai in here, of course, there's going to be some explicit language. You know,
Y'all want to hear the funny part about this? I am a
I
school
figured I
counselor
figured Reverend Becker would
and a
keep us
child
under
counselor.
control.
what you say, Kai?
Bro, I'm a child counselor.
You got two
You should
counselors in here, and you
I
know,
Right,
know.
like
right.
have told them that we're not Cowboy fans.
Well,
I
I'm
want my,
retired, so I ain't got nobody to answer to, so
I
I
want
don't
my
care.
clients watching.
Listen, we're not Cowboy fans, so we're good.
and so
Yeah,
I just want to
right. I
put that
I ain't
out
gonna
there for
curse
the
at you,
day.
but I might hurt your feelings.
Right.
Well, kind of like hurting people's
Mhm.
feelings, calling them stupid and stuff. You know, it just made me feel bad when you just like stupid. Remind me of Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Hey, stupid.
No, dummy.
So you might hear
Like
some
Shady?
things.
Like
You
Shady
might hear some.
off the air now? Oh, wait, what? Oh, him and his
Oh
mush mouth is
gosh,
his
Shady is
ignorant
off
self.
the air right now, and
Oh,
so
so sorry to hear that.
yo man, you ain't gonna be doing that to my boy. I love Shady. I love the facility. But
Me too.
thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for responding to FOST. I see I have some uh, notes that I gotta get to in my inbox. Okay, that sounds great. And hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday. Peace.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Be easy.
Bye.
Have a good one.